Eat.
Stuck behind some bikes. It's kind of fun. The burro's like, no. No, not doing it. I want to see what Pelos does. I don't know why we call him Pelos, but Pelos, that's a hair. That's awesome. Whee! Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Damn it. We made it.
He's like, what?
And go back in the water. It's cold. Up. Whoops. So in this class, they had to unhalter their burro and then leave and then go and catch them. So you're going to see her do that here. And Kira primarily trained this burro herself. We helped very little with this one. She did a really good job with her. And see, Ruby, she had developed a really good connection with her. She just really wanted to be with Kira all the time, which was really nice. I love how she halters her here. Real smooth. So I'm kind of showing the full length of the class just to give you an idea. If you are interested in doing a tip challenge, you can kind of know what's expected. Pretty much in all of them, you will have to let your animal loose and then catch them again. And this one was really interesting. They had them lunge them or like in a circle, which if you've ever trained a burro, you know that's really hard to do. And she was supposed to go twice each way, and she didn't. So that kind of hurt her with points in this class. And for these shows, there's no penalty for using treats or positive reinforcement with burros. And I'm hoping that more competitions will get to be more understanding of positive reinforcement training. And then they had to tie them up, and she was supposed to pick up all 4 feet, which she taught her how to do really, really well, but she just forgot. Pretty common mistake in competitions. A lot of people will forget to pick up feet or forget to back. Those are the two biggest ones that we see a lot of. And then they were also supposed to walk over and then fly spray them and brush them. And that was all part of being judged. Basically, you're showing that your animal is prepared for domestic life after being wild. And see, Ruby did great with this. She did great with the brushing, and she would have done great with the picking up feet. Kira taught her how to do it really well. And so one of the things that we try and show too is that you can brush down the legs, and then you can brush under their belly. So you can see that's why she did that. And then the last thing in this class is they are supposed to load them on a trailer. And Kira was trying to get brave because Ruby just listens to her so well. Never loaded on a 2-horse before, so she attempted it. And Ruby just wasn't feeling it at all. So that's kind of a good learning experience. It's better to do something that your animal knows well, to show them better than get it like a 0 score, a low score for something like that. And here I am with Zofie. And you see I have her shaved. I shaved her because she developed like a weird skin condition and got really, really itchy. And for me to be able to treat it, I just shaved all her hair off because she was kind of like just itching so bad she was ripping it off. And I was able to treat it really easy. It ended up being like an allergy and kind of sensitivity to flies, and so changed her feed a bit, and she was getting some Zyrtec allergy medicine to help with it too. I was like, hey, I'm right here. She's really sweet. Ruby found a home. She lives in Flagstaff now in Arizona, but Zofie stayed with us, and we still have her. She's out in the pasture right now. And so here I was able to use my whip to just kind of guide her. Wasn't any penalty for using a whip in this class. It was just more of a guidance. Like if I had smacked her with it or something, then that would have been a penalty. And for a burro, she lunges pretty good, if I say so myself. I mean, Erica gave us like guidelines of what they should know before the show. And I mean, I really paid attention and took it to heart. So I believe here I'm like smacking the ground. Just me making the noise with it was enough for Zofie. I didn't need to smack her with it or anything. And then she's just kind of distracted is all. She's really young. But yeah, I listened to what Erica, she gave us a cheat sheet, said what they needed to know. So one of the things was to send and to lunge. So we taught our burros how to do it. There's no reason why the burros can't do all of those things. It's just a matter of you learning how to adjust your training style to suit them. So I know this makes this video kind of long, but gives you a good idea of what scores well in these sort of tip challenge things. See, my burro's she's relaxed. She's just standing there, happy to stand there tied, not pulling back, not leaning on the lead rope. See, the rope is loose. She doesn't care that I'm spraying her. She's not reacting to it, even on her legs. She doesn't care that I'm walking behind her. And this is the part that Kira missed in her round, was picking up the feet, which she probably would have won that class if she had picked up the feet, which is fine. Like, that's how you learn. I bet she won't forget to do that again. It was funny because Zofie really gave me a hard time teaching her to pick up her front feet. She wanted to throw herself on the ground whenever I touched her front legs, like past her like upper arm area. Like full on throw herself on the ground. So that's how when burros fight. I don't know if you ever see them play fighting, they'll go for each other's front legs. And so they're kind of protective of that. And this one, I wanted to try it because I just know she's really good. She's really good at sending. So I tried to send first, and she was like, okay, cool, I can go in there. And I guess she just kind of hit something on the side, which spooked her. And you see her, she's really trying hard. And so I was like, okay, this isn't working. So I changed it up, and I'm like, I'm not going to send her since it wasn't really working very well. She was just like, no, I'm not going to do it now. She almost went in there. And she'd never seen this trailer before. She's never been in a 2-horse. And so I'm like, okay, she's just starting to shut down. I wanted to grab her before she shut down because that's what burros do. So I was like, I wonder if she'll just follow me in here. And sure enough, she just followed me right on in. She's like, oh, okay, you can go in there. That's cool. She's just such a good little burro. So we scored well on that because that was a tough question for her. And then she backs out so nice. Like, I mean, especially for a burro. She backed out really great. And so she got all the treats she could get. She's such a good little girl. This is our trail class, and I'm like super proud of this class. She didn't really trot over those. And it was kind of fun. I got a couple different angles of it. And then this one was interesting. They did it where like you could either get scored out of 10 points or scored out of 20 points. And the 10 points would be going over just the tarp, and then the 20 points, the 10 points would be going over just the normal bridge, and the 20 points would be going over the teeter-totter bridge. And they did have it out so like we could practice some with it, but she'd never really been on a teeter-totter bridge. That was cute. So I mean, she just tried really hard. She was still willing and trying, so it's good. And then this little trot off, I love it. So there's no reason you can't teach your burros how to trot in hand. It's totally something doable. And then this one was really hard. We were supposed to like turn around and back through it. I think we needed to do like a 180 turn or something. So I was trying to line up her hind end. And she's still a little distracted. And then back through it, which is tough. And so here's another angle of it. And there's Matt Zimmerman. He was a judge of this class. That was really good. And I really like she's just a happy little burro. Like she's not feeling stressed. I mean, it took a lot. It wasn't like she was super easy. One of the easier ones that we've had, but she used to throw herself on the ground a lot when she got overwhelmed or frustrated or didn't like something. So that's one of the reasons why I taught her to lay down, because she tended to want to throw herself on the ground. And so in this one, we had to walk into this box, and then we had to do a 180 on the haunch, which she just does so good. Look at that. So proud of her. She's like, oops. So you can see she's looking at the other burros. She's distracted, but she's still doing it. And then this was a send over, and you're supposed to stand on the box and send over. And I was so proud of her because those are tall. Those are so tall. And she went over, and then we're supposed to send them back over. We got a little stuck right here. I got tangled up in my stuff, but she's just so willing. She's like, oh, is that what you want me to do? I mean, she's doing it at a burro pace, but that's okay. That was just great. She looked at me like, you really want me to go over these again? Like, seriously? We kind of got stuck there. I'm like, oh no. There we go. And then we had to trot the serpentine, which I'm like, I've never trotted a serpentine or trotted that much with her, and she just did it. So good. Look at that. So good. And then this was kind of scary. I was trying to figure out the best way to do this with her. And I just thought, like, as long as we kind of kept them walking forward, they were okay with it. Because she was like, what are those? So I just kind of tried to keep her close to me and push it forward. And we're supposed to walk a full 360. Ideally, I think you want them to push it with their chest. But I'm like, that was not going to happen. And that was it. they did really good. I mean, Pelos was still really green there. I mean, it was his first show ever. He handled everything so well. So this is Kira's freestyle, and she had some really awesome music. She's being a hippie here. We had a lot of fun decorating her burro. My sister helped decorate those barrels. And so I would really like to, I'll post it separate with the music to it, and it's really cute. And then they did really well in showmanship, which they got a crazy high score, and they ended up winning the tip challenge. And she was so excited and surprised. She was against some really tough competition. And then